it's all about incredible identity. But first, let's say hello.
Hola, Miss Paige. Hola, Miss Paige. Hola, Miss
On today's episode, it's all about incredible identity. Where are you from? Who are you? Where do you live? What is your cultural background? Now, I get asked these questions a lot, mostly because I'm multicultural. That means I'm a combination of many different backgrounds. But you know what? One thing's for sure, incredible identity is what makes you unique. Now, I say incredible identity, but friends, how do you say it?
Incredible identity.
Identidad increíble.
Ohe nakbe.
Con người đáng khinh nặng.
Thank you, friends. Okay, let's dig into incredible identity. I like to think of it as the life cycle of a flower. Repeat after me. Roots, ground, grow, blossom. Let's try that again. Roots, ground, grow, blossom. You got it. Perfect. You know, if we wanted to, we could put that together to make a dance. Something like roots, ground, grow, blossom. Ding, 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 ding. Let's try that again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Roots, ground, grow, blossom. Ding, 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 ding. I'm just getting you warmed up for later. Trust me. Now, before we dig in, I want to introduce you to some very special friends. They're going to help us with our incredible identity journey.
Hey friends, I'm Quynn Johnson, national teaching artist, children's author, tap dancer, and lover of everything.
Hey my friends, I'm progressive hip hop artist and beatboxer, Chrisylez Bacon.
Hey friends, how you doing? I'm Anastasia Victory and I'm a musician, a piano player, and I do everything music.
Okay, first things first, roots. These are things that were put into motion way before you were born. You can start by asking your parents, where's your mom from? Or your dad, or your grandma, or your abuelo? Were they born in different cities, states, countries? Do they speak different languages? Oh, maybe they like a certain kind of music, or they eat a certain kind of food. Your roots are really your cultural heritage, and this dates all the way back to your ancestors. My roots are from all over the world, seriously. I've got roots in Baltimore, Maryland, in Cuba, China. I also have roots in Nigeria and India. That's what I'm telling you, worldwide status. Let's check in with our friends to learn more about their roots.
Wow. Okay. So I love exploring my family's roots. And what I learned about my family's roots is that we all started in South Carolina on all sides of my family. So my mom's side and my dad's side. And both sides have a mixture of African American roots as well as Native Indigenous roots. So On my mother's side, I found out that our roots go back to the Mende people of Sierra Leone coming here as enslaved Africans to South Carolina. And I also found out that on my mom's side, her father's roots are a mixture of African American heritage as well as the Lumbee tribe in Lumberton and Robeson County of North Carolina.
All right, my friend. So what my roots right here, my deep roots right here. um, so there's the mother and the father side. So all from the Carolinas, African American with a little bit of Irish in there somewhere. Now for my mother's side, I know tons about that because my mom's side of the family is around. So for my mother's born and raised in D.C. But then my grandma and all of her brothers and sisters, they moved up here from Memphis, Tennessee. So they came here from the South, y'all. So those are my roots.
My roots are on a little peninsula on the Black Sea, and it's called the Crimea. And it's way out in Russia, across the pond. When I speak to my family, I speak in Russian and English, and sometimes un poquito in Espanol. In Russia, we eat all kinds of stuff, but we really like pirogis and pelmenis, and they're like a little dumplings, and they're very delicious.
Ground. Where are you currently? Where do you live? I am grounded and I grew up on the unceded lands of the Piscataway, Cherokee, and Lumbee indigenous peoples, also known as Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore also has a rich African American history. They helped to build the city, especially during colonial times. Baltimore also instills in me a love of travel. It's a port city, so there's trains and piers and big ships. Ooh, and my love for water, which is the inner harbor, which goes to the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. Baltimore also has some delicious eats. If you're from Baltimore, then you've probably had a chicken box, chicken wings and fries, a half and half, lemonade and iced tea, or my favorite, crabs. Steamed crabs, crab cakes, crab pizza, crab pretzels. It's one of my favorite things ever. And I learned about that favorite thing being grounded in Baltimore. So now, my friends are back to tell us a little bit about where they are currently grounded.
Ooh. So my grounding, I am currently in Landover, Maryland, also the land of the Piscataway people. But my original grounding is from Flint, Michigan. And Flint, Michigan is a heavy automotive town or city. So I like traveling a lot by car. Well, I guess now I don't get to travel as much, but car might be the safest thing. So I love traveling by car and seeing the trees in the fall change colors. Something about the trees in the fall changing colors in Michigan and just everything that goes with that feeling, the warm apple cider, fresh apple cider and donuts just makes me very, very nostalgic. Yes, the mitten.
Tell me about the mitten.
So it's kind of a question of where are you on the mitten? Further north is closer to your Great Lakes, so your Lake Superior, Lake Ontario, all of those lakes. And further south is where you get closer to Ohio and Pennsylvania and different places. So Flint is maybe about here on the mitten, and then there'll be Detroit, and then we'll keep going further south.
Well,
Sure.
I'm currently grounded in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, the capital of the United States of America, y'all. I grew up here. I was born here. My mom's water broke on the X2 bus, you know? Yeah, right? Some crazy DC stuff. Like, so I'm born here. And this land right here, I believe, belonged to the, what's it, the Anacastians or something like that, I believe. And we have a whole river named after them, the Anastasia River, which connects at some point to the Potomac River, and then you get all of that happening. So look, I grew up here. Um, that's my ground. And what things we have, I love about this area. I love the architecture when you go downtown, like the buildings, like the really old classical buildings, the museums. Oh my goodness, I love the way that we talk, our slang, our accent. I like the food too. I mean, I'm vegan now, but our chicken box, we just have the three-piece wing with the fries, and we have mambo sauce, y'all. You put it on all the wings, and you put it on the French fries. It's delicious. Instead of half and half, we have we call it the mix. You go to a carryout, you get the mambo sauce and the wings, and you get the mix, also known as the Arnold Palmer. If you go to other places, right? You know what I'm saying? Different names for the same thing. And we have a style of music called go-go that is particular to DC. So it's part of our culture. We have a lot of good things. And this and all of these things give me the foundation. So that's in Southeast. If you go to Northwest, you have people from all around the world here in DC because of all the embassies that are going to be here in the nation's capital. So you have people here from Venezuela, from Cuba, from Brazil, from in India, wherever. And you could just meet people here. And also you can meet people from all of the states and territories, right? Because everyone usually comes here to work in politics well. So you meet people from Ohio and you can learn about different groups of people just from being in one place. It's amazing.
I'm currently on the ground of New York City. I've lived here for the past 28 years. And as you know, it's called the Big Apple. We don't eat apples here. It's not indicative of that. But what do we eat? Hot dogs, burgers, and fries. The interesting thing about New York City is that it has so many different cultures mixed together. So my favorite thing is to explore different cultures and different foods they eat. My favorite food, I really like Caribbean food. I really like Indian food. I also like Asian and sushi and pizza and all the regular stuff.
Okay, next up on our incredible identity journey is grow. This is where your roots, your cultural heritage, mix in with where you're grounded so that you can grow and explore and be curious, learn new things, travel, mix up your roots, mix up a little bit about where you're at to become the most awesome, sympathetic, compassionate, and beautiful human being possible.
Ooh, how have I grown? That's a great question. I get a lot of my grounding and things from my time in Flint. This is where I first became exposed to the performing arts, dancing and singing and acting, and just really learning how to explore myself creatively, which I love to do. So, um, with dance specifically, I have been able to grow to travel the world with tap dance, with my tap shoes, which I never thought that I would be able to do. And it's so exciting to be able to grow, and
All
travel in
right.
that way.
I so this is how I learned to grow, right? So for me, well, when you're in school a lot, when you're in school, a lot of times you see other people that have things going on, and you might think that that's cool, but you might not know that the things that you already have inside of you are the cool things that make you unique, right? A lot of people want to be like other people and do the same things that other people do. But it was when I got to the point when I realized who I am and how unique I am and being myself, that's when you can really grow, right? And go to the next phase. Um, so now I get a chance to meet people from all around the world. I get to travel to different countries and tell people about my culture, my roots, and the ground that I come out of. And people find it fascinating. Then we grow, and it's pretty amazing. So finding out the things that make me me, and like loving and appreciating all of these things, it helps to grow.
I grow by exploring different cultures, learning about different ethnicities, and listening to different kinds of music. I try to tap into every genre available just so I'm familiar with it. For part of my growth is traveling to different places around the world. I have traveled to China. I have traveled to Czech Republic. I've been to Albania. I've been to Montenegro. I've been to Tulum. I've been to Mexico and so many other places like France and Germany and other places in Europe. And I really love exploring the world. It's such an interesting place. And you should really try it too.
Last, but certainly not least, and actually my favorite, is blossom or to bloom. On your journey to find your incredible identity, you will blossom. You will be the best that you can be. From your roots and ancestors to where you're grounded and where you live, and how much you've grown to be in this place. You know what? You could blossom into being an amazing artist, an excellent engineer, a brilliant beautician, or anything that you want to be. When you bring your incredible identity to everything that you do, it makes it meaningful and unique. You are enough. So, whenever you're feeling stuck, just say this. Repeat after me. Find roots, get confidence, be amazing.
Find roots, get confidence, be amazing.
Encuentra raíces, gana confianza y sé extraordinario.
Na shishifa. Na hekenofo. Hani ohe afe na kpe.
Tìm nguyên gốc, có được sự tình, trở nên tuyệt vời.
And now, my friends are back to show you the amazing artists that they are. Be sure to pay attention to their incredible identity and how it makes their art unique. I hope you enjoyed today's episode on Incredible Identity. And I hope we get to cross paths in the future, because I can't wait to see how you bloom. But for now, be true, be you, be